respectful judges, committee, and all the amazing participants and audience of Pancasila Student Festival 2023. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For the sake of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, this world would never exist without His Almightiness, the God of all frequencies of dust to the vastness of the universe. Praises to Him and thanks to Him for all the things He has granted us. And may we not forget our salat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, along with his families and his fellow followers until the end of time. My name is Amrina Rosyada Multazam. I'm speaking as the delegate of SMPIT Az-Zahra Demak. Before beginning my speech, I would like to thank all of the audience here, especially the committee for giving me opportunity to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, what comes to your mind when you heard the word of Pancasila? Is it a basis, principle, or guidelines for all Indonesians? Pancasila is used as the basis of the Indonesian state based on the statement in the preamble of the 1945 Constitution Paragraph 4. We should remember the series of process of contemplation, struggle, and thought and inner clarity of Indonesia founding fathers, so that we always practice the value of Pancasila in our daily life. But when talking about whether the entire population of this planet is able to interpret and practice all the values contained in Pancasila, it's very difficult to say yes. That's not without reason. Judging from social media, television, and print media, there are still many social phenomena and deviations that lead to violation of Pancasila values. As students, we have to move forward instilling Pancasila values that have been fought by Indonesian founding fathers. So what shall we do? Here are 6 key elements which can be applied by Pancasila students. The first element is having faith. Pity to God Almighty and having noble character, Pancasila student must understand the teaching of their religions and beliefs and be able to practice them in everyday life. The second is global diversity. Pancasila student must maintain the noble culture of locality and identity as an Indonesian nation. But we must also be open-minded in interacting with other cultures, thus growing mutual respect. The third element is mutual cooperation. The student must have the ability to do something together voluntarily, so that the work we do becomes lighter and easier. It means the student is aware that he is part of a group, so that he needs to make effort to help his group. The fourth is independent. The students who have this element are able to manage themselves, thought, feeling, action, to achieve their personal goals or common goals. The student also must be responsible for the process and result of their learning. The next is critical reasoning. The students who are truly critical must be able to objectively process both qualitative and quantitative information, build links between various information, and be able to evaluate and conclude it. This means that the student is able to use his reasoning abilities to process information, evaluate it, and make the right decision to solve the various problems he faces. The last is creative. The student must be able to make something meaningful and useful in order to solve various problems for himself and for the environment around him, such as generating original ideas and having the flexibility of thinking in finding alternative solutions of the problems. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's speech. We talked briefly about Pancasila, Pancasila student, and the way how to implement the Pancasila as students. What I would like to do is reflect on what we have learned today. Really go over your notes, and I want to see how you can plug this key element Pancasila into your daily life to make us grow as a smart student and having a good character. Thank you for listening and paying attention to my speech. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.